Back at it again, man. Love Dog, Pimps, Plays, and Hustles Fantasy Football League. As you can see, last week I was a lonesome commish. I got Bolzer back in the building, ready to co-host this with me, man.
I didn't run away because my team sucks.
Yeah,
I'm back.
He's here. So we're going to get right into it, man, without further ado. But first, before we do get started, I do want to, congratulate the Juggernauts for winning this week's weekly prize.
Oh, Jugs.
Won $145. Congratulations. Good job for putting Bolzer in the cellar all by himself. So, man, we're going to switch it up a little bit this week. If you want to know the scores and see who won, we all know who won in the scores. Just go out on the website, check it out. I know we're going to just change it up a little bit, and we're going to start with a segment called What's Burning You? So, Bolzer, man, what's burning you up?
I was a little burned this week by Duke's post on the boards. I don't know, I know Britton's a big boy. I don't have to stick up for him or anything, but to call Britt out for your loss was complete bullshit. I mean, really.
Agreed.
You'll take the credit for a win real quick. We all know that. But to say that it's Britt's fault, he convinced you not to start Ray Rice, I mean, come on, dude. You're better than that, Duke. We know it, but you're not showing it right now. Come a little harder than that. Take credit for your wins, and then take credit for your losses, too. Just like me, I'm taking credit for my losses. There's a reason why I'm in the cellar. I made some poor choices, but that's the way fantasy football rolls sometimes. So take it in stride, man. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, I hear you. But Duke's going to be that way.
What's burning you, Lump?
Yeah, so what's burning me up are some of these non-participants in the league. Just because you get called out for not doing the pick'ems or called out for not posting on the boards doesn't mean that we want to hear all the sob story. We all have problems going on in our lives. I was going through some shit last year. Not once did I post it up on the board. So, just take it in stride. I got it accomplished. What my mission was to get you guys to participate. And guess what? I've got 2 posts from people that haven't participated. But on the other flip-hand side, we have people that participated in the past that are participating this year, too. Plain and simple. That guy, his participation level's gone down quite a bit in stature. I mean, before he was all over it. Now you're lucky to even hear from him once or twice, and if it is, he's blaming somebody else for his loss.
Yeah.
So, man, what else do you want to get into, man? What else is burning you up there?
Well, there was a subject that I wanted to approach. The Monday morning quarterback syndrome. Now, there are some that are worse in the league than others at this. Lump calling out my Steelers defense again last week. Notice he called them out when I wasn't here, and so I came back again. I touched briefly on the Steelers. I know that they've been a disappointment this year, but you can Monday morning quarterback yourself into oblivion, really. I mean, anybody can look at the stats and say, yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda, started him, drafted him. But you can't do that to yourself. You do it over and over. Duke did it this week with Ray Rice, saying, should have started Ray Rice. You thought the matchups out, and you go with who you go with. And sometimes that's a bad choice, and it ends up with a loss, or it ends up with a bad draft pick. But that doesn't mean that you can just call that person out for, hey, Monday morning quarterback, You always know what the outcome was on Monday morning. So Saturday morning's a different story when you're making that lineup.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I hear you. Man, and
so what else is burning you this week, Will?
Oh, man, the trading deadline. That was the other thing I wanted to get into. Was we've only had one really kind of crazy trade. Some think it was fair, some think it wasn't. But whatever, it was a good trade, crazy trade. We only have 3 weeks left until the trading deadline. So make sure, you get those sharks in the water, surrounding those teams that are in the cellar trying to, see what you can do. Trade negotiations will continue after this video is over. So that pretty much wraps up that new segment with What's Burning You. And we want to get into another new segment. We're going to do a team spotlight. And I'm going to spotlight one team that I find kind of quirky, and then Bolzer here will spotlight another. And the one I'm going to start with is Team Britt. Now this team, he's 2-4 right now. Just took a tough loss to Colapapa Pimps, 135-131. Lost by 4 points on a Monday night game. Lost his previous game to A-Team, 144-113. So this guy's taken 2 harsh losses in a row. He's got a 707 points scored for the year, with 703 scored against him. So not really looking really good on the luck side of things. He's usually playing a team that's scoring pretty big points. Team Britt is led by Drew Brees and Andre Johnson. He had a huge pickup with Rashard Mendenhall off the free agent waiver wire, and that's kind of giving him the big three right now. He's got a stud of a quarterback, a pretty studly receiver, and pretty solid, if not number one, then solid high-end number two running back to start off with. His Vikings defense has definitely been one of the top-tier defenses in the league, and he didn't take him with the 4th-round pick. So just that real quick. Other than that, really, man, he's missing a tight end. He has no production out of his tight end spot. He has really no backup running backs, a bunch of has-beens and pretty much waiver wire stuff, people who should be on the waiver wire. Ryan Grant's kind of solid, but obviously they signed him on green, so they're not really looking, probably going to lose some carries there. So that's Team Britt for you in a nutshell. Again, this team should have a better record, but at 2-4, this team could definitely get out of that slump at any time and start putting up some numbers. So be on the lookout for Team Britt, man. It ain't over for them yet. Bulls, what team did you want to spotlight?
I'm going to spotlight Patty's Playboys this week, and I know Patty probably isn't watching this, as he says he gets bored by these videos, so he's probably tuned out by now. Although, I bet you're still on there, Patty. I know you're probably still watching. Anyway, Patty's team is probably like the opposite of Britt's team this year. I mean, on paper, I would almost say that Britt's team looks better on paper. But Patty's team has four in a row on the wins, and really has been reeling off some scores that hasn't been high, but still has been getting the wins week to week. In week 3, it was 95-66. In week 4, it was 123, which is a decent score. But then in week 5, we got a win with 87, which really shouldn't be getting a win with 87. And then the following week, 123, which is decent, solid. But to get 4 wins in a row, he's back in the upper half of the league. Got Roethlisberger, who's been a nice surprise this year. He's turning out to be quite a sleeper. He's averaging 39. Got a Dye, who's averaging 10. Although he hasn't been probably as productive, especially with the way Peyton Manning's been passing the ball this year. Gates also averaging 10. But that's really where the points drop off for Patty. Steve Smith has been disappointing this year, averaging 5 points. But it doesn't matter. Patty's been getting the wins, 4-2. And again, on paper, I would say Britt is the better team. He's scored more points this year.
Yes.
He's really had a lot of points scored against him. I think 700 to almost 550 for Patty, which is a huge difference.
Patty's played with definitely taking advantage of he's been lucky he's gotten those wins with those low scores.
Essentially, it's been the difference between 4th place and now 11th place for Britt, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is. So, yeah, that was our team spotlights. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want your team spotlighted, please send payment to Lump the Dog and Volzer. So we'll spotlight.
Any payment from Dan will work, though. I haven't heard one word from that
Dude,
guy
Dan,
either.
Come on, man, really. Let's get some sort of payment out of the league because I'm on the line for your money, man. Send $20, send 10,
Something.
Send a 20 sack. Even that will get you some money off your bill. Send something though, man. Come on, let's not keep running your bill up because I don't want to have to lock you out. And definitely want you to stay in the league and be an active member and get a payment in, man. Get a payment in. So that's pretty much it, man. Good luck to everybody in week 7. I mean, week 6 was just a normal week, nothing spectacular.
Yeah, I think so.
So, man, again, good luck to everyone in week 7, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.
Later.
SacktownRadio.com. It's your boy Mike Measy, out here super busy, but I miss y'all so much. I'm still hustling, baby. Yeah, I'm still about the hustle. Like a smile with a dimple. See it big, keep it simple. I keep it hustling, baby. Yeah, I'm still about the hustle. Gotta always keep it moving. That's the definition of hustling. And remember, always keep it tuned to SacktownRadio.com.